90% Silver Madness Premier Train. All aboard! That's right, everybody. Everyday Copportunity Channel is back on board the Premier Train, and today we have got about $23 face value and 90% silver to go through. We're going to see what kind of dates we got, what kind of mints we got. We're going to run right up until the last minute before we move on over to Mrs. Coin Crew. She will be the next in the train, so everybody make sure and check that out. I will make sure to include the link. Alrighty. So, first we're going to check out some Morgan dollars. We got this really nice 1885 Morgan. It is no mint mark. We have an 1880, lots of carousel, a little bit of toning starting on it. Does not appear to have been cleaned. That's an 1880, and I do believe again that is, oh, we do have a mint mark on this one. Let's check it out. We got an S mint mark on that one. Probably the nicest of the three. This is a 1900 Morgan. This one does not appear to have a mint mark. And again, it does not appear to have any of the swirlies or scratchies on it from being cleaned. No dirt inside the stars. So for being 122 years old, I'd say it looks pretty nice. All right, we got one single Kennedy, 1964. Really nice shape. No mint mark on that one, so that's out of Philly. Where are we going next? We got a couple of, about three walkers here. This looks like a 41. Let's take a look at it under the microscope. See if we can figure it out any better. It is just really hard to tell. I'm going to call it a 41. And I don't see any mint mark on that one. We got us another 1941 that appears to be in a little bit better shape. That one's out of Denver. Our last one is a 1936, well worn, well loved, quite possibly a pocket coin. Alright, I don't see any mint mark on that one. As we make our way into our Benjis, we got a 1952 out of Denver. We got us a 1957 out of Denver. We got a 1951. Looks to be a little bit more worn, but not as dark. Out of San Francisco. Y'all know I love my San Franciscos. And we got $5 stacks from here on out of these. We got a 1952 out of San Francisco. We got a 1963 out of Denver. We got a 1959. Looks like we got a pretty good variety of years here. Out of Denver. Looks like we've got probably more Denvers than anything else here. We got a 1952 out of Denver. It's always so much fun going through your numismatics and seeing what you've got. We got a 1960 out of what appears to be out of Denver. We got a 1963 out of Denver. We got a 1951. No mint mark. out of Philly. We got a 1963, no mint mark, out of Philly. 1951, no mint mark, out of Philly. We got a 1962, out of Denver. All right, we got a 1952, no mint mark, out of Philly. We got a 1952. Oh, look at that. Looks like it was maybe cut a little bit there on the edges. Not quite a rim on that left side of that edge. There's no mint mark there. Out of Philly. 1961. Out of Denver. Got another 1961. Out of Denver. We got a 1962. Out of Denver. 1952. No mint mark. We got a 1961. Looks like it's almost been sandblasted. Out of Denver. We got a 1954. It's a little bit older. Out of Denver. We got a 1959. Out of Denver. 1953. Out of San Francisco. I hope Nerd Analyst is out there watching this. I know he collects Franklins and needs certain years. We got a 1962. Out of Denver. We got a 1980. 1980? That's wrong. 1960. Well, I'm going to get clowned on that one. Out of Denver. We got a 1952. Out of Denver. 1952. Out of Denver. 1952. Well, we had a good run of those. Interesting toning on the back of that one. Out of San Francisco. Cracking the Liberty Bell there. We got 1952. No mint mark. 1952. Out of Denver. 1952. My goodness. They must have put a whole roll of 1952s in there. Out of Denver. 1952. Out of San Francisco. We've got a 1958. Out of Denver. We got us a 1952. Oh, look at the back of that. Back of that thing is blazing, but the front is a little worn down. No mint mark out of Philly. We got a 1951. No mint mark out of Philly. We got a 1959. Looks like it's out of San Francisco. Nope, out of Denver. 1952. No mint mark. 1962. Out of Denver. 1954. Out of Denver. We got a 1950. Out of Denver, it looks like. All right, 1951. No mint mark out of Philly. 1953. Out of Denver. We got a 1963. Out of Denver. Get this last roll of Franklins, and we just might make it into these quarters. We got a 1957. Out of Denver. 1961. Out of Denver. 1963. Out of Denver. 1951. Out of Denver. 1951. No mint mark. 1951. Out of San Francisco. 1952. Out of Denver. We got a 1952. Out of Denver. 1952. Out of Denver. Got a 1963. That's really nice looking on the front. Kind of worn out on the back. Out of Denver. We managed to make it through all of our halves. Let's see how far we can get in these quarters in about a minute. We got a 1954. No mint mark. We got a 1962. It's a little harder to see. We got a 1943. We got a 1947. A little more worn out. We got a 1935. Got a 1945. Got a 1927. Wow. What was that one? Out of Denver. 1946. Oh, looks like we are out of time. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody make sure and follow the rest of the Premier Train. Thank you so much, Matt Stacker, for having me on here. Y'all go and follow Miss Coin Crew after this. Everyone have a great day, and I will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye, everybody.